Hello everyone, this is Marwa AbdElGalel welcoming you on our RELO Cairo Mentors platform. You are kindly required to switch off all your cameras and mics to reduce the background noise. Thank you for joining us in this Zoom meeting entitled Breaking Online Ice by Mr. Mohamed Khalaf, a CELTA trainer at Cambridge Assessment and a teacher trainer at the Future University in Egypt. Thank you, Mr. Mohamed Khalaf, for joining us.
Thank you very much and welcome everyone. It's so nice to meet you tonight. We're going to do a session. We're not going to take more than 1 hour. I hope that I do not waste it. So let's start right over. Ramadan Mubarak. And this is the RELO page. And please tell me if you can see my screen and you can hear me well. If that's the case, type 1 in the chat box. So you like and follow RELO Cairo Mentors platform. Our session today is how to break the online ice. Whether we like it or not, teaching online is becoming inevitable. So you need to familiarize yourself with the digital tools. You need to create rapport in your online classroom. And this session is dedicated to help you break the ice in the first class. Because if your first class is successful, mostly the rest of your course will be successful. That's why the first class is very, very important. Okay, let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Mohamed Ali Khalaf. I'm a CELTA tutor at Cambridge Assessment English, and I'm also a teacher trainer at the Future University in Egypt, and also an OET interlocutor and a PET examiner. So as for today's menu, the first thing we're going to do today is 6 online icebreakers. That's the core of our session today. Then we will touch on some useful tools that might help you or your learners in the online class or even in the offline class, the face-to-face ones. Whenever we come back, I hope soon. And the third item on our list today on our menu is don't make these 3 mistakes when you teach online. And finally, I'm going to provide you with some free courses to help you with online teaching. Allow me to disable participants annotation. I'll have to disable participants annotation. Because some people are just playing with you. No problem. So let's start with the first icebreaker. I want you to imagine yourself in a classroom and you're going to do this for real with your students. So the first one is called emoji name. And if you look at the box in front of you now, let me just annotate it. And I'm the one who gave it this name. I hope you like it. If you look at these emojis or this set of emojis, what do you think this represents? Can you type the letter that might be represented with this shape in the box, in the chat box? Exactly. What about the second one? Excellent. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. The emoji that represents me most here is this one, which is a door, because I like opening doors of knowledge to others. And in order to try this, I'd like you to go to this link in the chat box. I'm sorry, I sent it to AbdElGalel only. So let me send it to everyone. Can you please click on this link and go? You will find a post. You leave your name written the same way. I'm giving you 3 minutes for that. You write your name in the comments using the emojis from your mobile phone. Use your mobile phone to write your names using emojis. Allow copy. If it is not clickable, just take it copy paste. If it is not clickable, I'll copy it again. I'll paste it again, sorry. If it's not clickable, copy it. It doesn't copy.
They can also log in the page, the official page, RELO Cairo Mentors platform, and they will find the post at the first.
After the pinned one.
Yes.
After the pinned, you find it second. Okay, I'm giving you like 3 minutes. Go enjoy that. It is a hyperlink for some people and not active for some other people, Asma. I'm not sure why. Your name is AbdElAziz. I'm so sorry, AbdElAziz. You can try the short version of it. You can write Aziz, but you will not find Z, or you can find 2 zebras or whatever. Anyway, you can write the short version of it. If you want to do it as Amira did here, that would be nice. Okay, so Amira, allow me to done. So you still have 2 minutes to do that. Below the link, below the post on RELO Cairo Mentors platform, I don't have to choose the emoji that represent my name. I just, try to include one emoji that really does. It doesn't have to be everything. Nosiba or Nosiba? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, lovely. If you couldn't do it there, no problem. Some people did it in the chat box. It is not as colorful, but it's okay. On Facebook, it will be more colorful. And please do it after the session. I'll be waiting to see your names, all names, written the same way after the session. You will find the post on RELO Cairo Mentors platform. Amazing. So Ahmed Fawzi, let me unmute you, man, and tell us which one represents you most. Okay, Ahmed, can you tell us which one represents you most? You are unmuted.
Okay, so this is my name. My name is Ahmed, and the first letter is A for Apple, and the second one is home. The third one is.
I'm sorry. This is not the question.
Yes.
My question was, which emoji represents you? Which one and why?
Which emoji for this session, for example?
No,
yes,
for your
the
name.
Smile one. For my name, the smile one.
Okay, why is that? Are you always smiling?
Yes, you have to be happy all the time.
You don't have to, man. You try. You just try. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So how can we extend Atif AbdElGalel? Okay, Atif, I'll unmute you, man, now. Okay, and you just tell us which emoji represents you most. Atif, you did Celta with me, man, right?
Yes.
Is it you?
Yes. Last
okay, perfect.
July. And if you remember, we were the group of the Amira and Tariq.
24 people, I guess. It was a very large group.
Yes. And we learned a lot from you. يعني جزاك الله خيرا. We still whenever we meet online.
Thank you. So,
okay,
Atif, which letter represents you most? Can you copy paste it in the chat box to make everybody see it?
Okay, I did it. I'll do it again. Okay, just a sec. Let's see.
Heba, you are sending this to me privately. Can you send it to everyone? Can you choose everyone from the chat box and send it? Because it looks really nice.
I sent the heart. I think this is one of, my traits. A loving person. Like I usually love everybody, like colleagues, friends, and my students, and I think a lot love me as well.
Yes, man, we do. We do. Nosiba, please try to turn the volume up on your device. Okay? Just try. Maybe it's your device. Exactly, Radwa. Thank you very much. Radwa chose door to represent new chance to be knocked. Nosiba. Okay, where are you from, Nosiba? Mona Yassin. Okay, clapping, which means encouragement and eyes for concentration. Okay, lovely. My name is Happy. I'm happy for you. I hope you're always happy. Okay. Lovely, amazing. So how can we extend that, my friends? Normally, when you're teaching online, you don't have 168 people attending your class. You get like 10, 20, if you're lucky, you get like 30 or 40. So you can divide them into breakout rooms. I to open knowledge. Okay, Nusiba. Nusayba. Nusayba. Nusay. Okay. I've never heard it before. It sounds like a nice name, but I'm not familiar with it. سمية نسيب. اوكي خلاص يا جماعه انا اسف انا اسف. نسيبة الله يبارك لك. Okay. Lovely. So it's a new name for me. Anyway, so you can send your students to the breakout rooms, and they can do this activity in groups of 4s or 5s. 5 students. Okay. Thank you, Abir. My pleasure. So you just, when you have like 5 students in each breakout room, they will have a chance to speak with each other, to represent, or let's say to introduce each one, to the other, attending in the breakout room. I lost my train of thoughts, I'm sorry. So when there are groups of 5, it will be much easier to speak. Everybody will speak. It will be like group work. It will be very easy and doable. But now we are like 174 people, and not everyone was able to do it. So that tells us something. Whenever you're starting a new class, you can create a Facebook group, a private one, and you can post this activity pre-session. So you can do this pre the first class. Then ask students to go and participate to make them really ready. Once you start, they will just join the breakout rooms and introduce themselves to each other. Okay, so that's the first activity with us today. It's very doable, and it gives a new dimension to the emoji list. So you can use it for learning English, and it can be done with lower levels, higher levels. But with lower levels, you just reduce that challenge a little bit. You can just ask them to type their names. You don't have to ask them to say which emoji represents them most and why. Or you can ask this question. They might say, the apple represents me more, or the mosque because I'm a religious person, or the door because I like new opportunities, or I open doors to others. So if they are kind of elementary or starters, they can just type their names. If they are a little bit higher, they can say which emoji represents them. If they are a little bit higher in level, they can say why they choose this certain emoji to represent them, and so on. So you can grade the task according to, I think kids will love it as well, because nowadays kids can use mobiles pretty easily, right? So you can grade the task according to, yes, how to copy and put them in breakout rooms. That needs some kind of a tutorial on how to use Zoom, okay? Which is available online. You can just write Zoom tutorials. They will tell you how to use breakout rooms, and we're gonna use them today, okay? Let's move on to the second activity. But remember, we can grade this activity to suit different levels. I'm sorry, I'm not following that chat very well. Okay, so Anan and Marwa might keep the questions in a separate file in order to be answered in the end of the session. So the second one.
Yeah, sure, don't worry.
Okay, thank you. The second one is called one word. So you ask your students to think of one word that best describes them or their life. So now while I'm talking, I want you in a minute to think of one word to describe your life or to describe yourself. Mine, for example, is challenge, because I lost my job as a tour guide in 2011, and it was a big challenge for me to start over again when I was about 29 with a very successful, tour guiding career, and all gone in a blink of an eye. So I had to start over, which was a very big challenge. And thank God I was, I exerted a lot of effort, and it was kind of successful. So now, everybody of you, please think of one word that describes you and, describes your personality, describes your life, whatever you like, and be ready, because I'm sending you to breakout rooms in a moment, and you're gonna be sharing this word with your friends and telling them why and what happened, why you choose it and what happened. Okay, nice ones. Simplicity, fight, mercy, seeker, lovely. I hardworking, ambition. Oh my God, kindness. I love your words. I love them. Outbooks, Nusiba. Ambitious, trusting God. I need one word, my friend. Trusting God is like 3. Strength, good searcher, motivated, mutability. Positive, magical, oh my God, magnificent, active, fighter. I love you guys. Oh my God, you're so creative. Now, I guess you're ready. I'm going to send you to some breakout rooms and let you say why to each other, why you choose this. You just, number 1, you mention your name. You say your name. Number 2, you say the word. Number 3, you just say why you chose this word specially, okay? Are you ready? Once you receive my invitation to the breakout rooms, please accept. Can you pass me the host, because I'm not able to send them to breakout rooms?
Sure, just a minute. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. We have 172. So how many rooms do we need now? 10? No. 20? Oh no. 25? Oh my God. 27? I'm trying, guys. So there will be 30 breakout rooms. Please accept the invitation. And actually, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So everyone has 30 seconds to say the word and introduce themselves saying why they chose it. So are you just saying the word? Or you will also say why you chose it? How long do you have? Exactly, 30 seconds. Accept my invitation, guys. So how did you find it? Can you please type in the chat box how you found it? Did you find it useful? Do you find it applicable? Can you do this in your classroom? So we still have a few seconds until everybody arrives back to the meeting. Okay. Okay. So what did you find interesting about your, breakout roommates? About your roommates? What did you find interesting? Can you type something in the chat box? What was interesting about your roommates? No, I need something solid. Like, tell me, Ahmed's word was simplicity. He loves it because 1, 2, 3. Can you please say something about that? Tell me about your group. What did you find interesting? Karima, okay, internet problem. I'm so sorry. Your roommate said kind, okay. Did she prove it? Did she say why? I tell them طير انت. Okay, lovely. Taha Abdul Halim, how are you, man? I can see you. Okay. Tell me about a shocking word within your group. Something that really shocked you. A word that was shocking to you. Did one of your friends or your roommates say something that you were shocked about? Burdens. Oh, that's really shocking. So can you elaborate a little bit more, Oppo? Can you elaborate in the chat box? So I muted everyone except the hosts and the co-hosts. Okay, I'm passing. Okay, I'm passing you the host. For a weird reason, I can't find it. I can't find it. Okay, I'll type your name, Anan, and I'll pass you the host. Okay. You're the host now. Lovely, lovely. So, did you notice that I gave an example before I sent you to the breakout rooms? So what was the example I gave you? Excellent, Tasneem. So let's compare these two teachers, number 1 and number 2. Number 1 said, guys, think of a word that really represents you or describes you or your life, and tell your friend this word and say why you chose it. This is teacher number 1. Okay? Teacher number 2. He said everything like like teacher number 1, then he used himself as an example. In like 30 seconds, my word or the word that represents me or describes my life is challenge. And I chose it because blah, blah, blah. So this is what we call demonstration. So you showed them what you wanted them to do. Which one is better? Which one is easier for students? Teacher 1 or teacher 2? Okay, amazing. Before I let you go to the breakout rooms, some questions. Do you remember? How many words are you using to describe yourself? This was my first question. Are you only saying the word or the word and the reason you chose it? You said also the reason. We're gonna say why. How long are you gonna take? You said 3 minutes. These are what we call ICQs, instructions checking questions. Again, ICQs. I for instructions, C checking, Q's questions, instruction checking questions. So I made sure that you already know what you're gonna do. I didn't ask you, do you understand? Is it easy? Is it clear? Normally students around the world, except in Brazil, they will just nod their heads in like confidence, and they will make you feel like they understood everything, even if they haven't, because they don't wanna seem stupid, or other students will judge them. They couldn't understand. Oh my God, I understood and my friend didn't. So they will just automatically say, yes. In Brazil, they are brave. That's why they learn faster. They can say, no, I didn't understand in Brazil. That was a research. Okay, yeah. Brazilian people or Brazilian students are really brave and courageous. Okay. And that's why they learn faster than anybody else. Lovely. Okay, that was our second icebreaker. The third one is called your top 3. So this is a good name for it, your top 3. So basically here you ask your students to make a top 3 list. Then ask others to add 1 item to each list. So top 3, you can give them examples like your top 3 favorite countries, your top 3 favorite movies, your top 3 songs, meals, shops, brands, your top 3. This is the name of the activity. Top 3. I didn't decide top 3 what. So just your top 3. So for example, my top 3 favorite free time activities are watching movies, playing with my kids, looking at stocks charts. Like I was a trader before. So these are my top 3 items. So now I ask everybody of you to type your top 3, and I'm not gonna send you to breakout rooms again. I'm so sorry, we are running out of time. I want this to be as much enjoyable as possible, but we are running out of time and I have to finish within 1 hour. So allow me just to do it in the chat box. It will be extremely busy, but forgive me. So please write your top 3 items. Okay. Okay. Movies, cooking, and crafting. Lovely. Okay. Hello, Mariam. Reading, watching movies, and I can't. That's so fast. The chat box is really, really fast. I'm not able to, to follow. And guys, if that was done in breakout rooms, you would have, been able to do it perfectly. But again, we are running out of time. And the number is really big today. TEFL training technology. Okay, and then Yusuf, workout, watching movies. Oh my God, couldn't catch the last one. Pasta, pizza, sweets. Okay, so Islam, now I'm adding to yours. These are foods, right? This is food. I'm adding to yours Did you say pizza? Because if you didn't say pizza, I'll add pizza to your list. Yoga, reading, playing games, I guess those are free time activities. So I'll add one of mine, watching movies. So this is the activity. Like every 4 students in a breakout room, everybody will say their top 3 items, and each one will add one item to each list. That's how you're going to know each other from your favorite things. So with higher levels, mother, teacher, learner. Amazing, Khadija. So your best, your top 3 favorite people. So I'll add one more, my daughter. Okay, so it can go like forever. But you have to stop it at, you give them like 10 minutes to work together to say their top 3 things, to type them in the breakout room, and they add one to each other's lists and they say why. So with higher level, they can say why and how valuable these things to them. With lower levels, they just can say top 3 items and that's it. Like with elementary or beginners like A1, A2, they just mention the top 3 items. So you can grade the task the way you want, depends on the level. I muted everyone. Nobody is able to unmute themselves except the hosts and the co-hosts. So if you are a co-host or a host, please unmute yourself because it's noisy there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure who is in a noisy environment, but please, if you have some noise around, mute yourself. Lovely, amazing. So this is our third activity that can be applied online and face-to-face. All of this can be applied both online and face-to-face. So our fourth activity today is called ID numbers. And allow me to bring a piece of paper and come back. So ask your students to write their name and some numbers on a sheet of paper. So of course, you know my name. Or in the chat, invite one student at a time to show their paper to the camera so everyone can see their name and numbers. The group's task is to guess what the numbers represent. So now I just disappeared. I don't know why. Okay. So do you see these numbers? What happened? Do you see these numbers? Is it visible? No? Okay, let me type them in the chat box all together and you try to guess what each one represents. So your job now is to guess what these numbers represent. I'll type them in the chat box and also on the PowerPoint presentation here. These are the numbers. What do you think they represent about me? Okay, some people know me very well. Okay, they're not guesses. Yeah, they're not guessing. These are not guesses, guys. This is for sure. Okay, yeah, okay. So this one will be done this way. You just write your name in the chat box. Beside your name, you will write some numbers in the breakout room chat box. And you let your friends guess some information about you. That will really break the ice between you guys. It will do it. Some people really guessed it all correctly. Okay, so let me help you with that. So 1983, yes, that's the year I was born. I am old. And 3 is the number of my kids. Yes. 12 years of experience as a teacher and a teacher trainer, but you know, I've been teaching since 2008. As for, yes, 12 teaching years. Number 2, I've traveled to 2 countries. I traveled to Turkey and Lebanon. 5 years of working as a teacher trainer. I started my training career in 2015 after I finished my CELTA. Okay. I started doing TEFL courses in December 2015. So I've been training teachers for 5 years now. Only 2 correct. No problem. That was good. Okay, Amani. Oh my God. 5 friends? Do you think I am that sad? 5 friends? No, I have more than that. Thank you, Amani, for guessing. Why don't you work abroad? Because honestly speaking, I love this country. I love my family and my friends so much. So I'm not able to leave them. I feel kind of homesick whenever I travel. Yeah, that sounds so romantic, but that's the truth. So by the way, I'm not going to ask you to do this one for real because we're running out of time, but I guess you got the idea. Okay, thank you, Shayma. Thank you very much. As for the 5th icebreaker, it is called name letters. My name is Mohammed. I respect modest and objective people. Modest and objective people. I guess I am so humble and never arrogant. Methodology and education in general make me really happy. Balancing work and family is my real dilemma at the moment. You know, dilemma like big problem. So my name is Mohammed. Each word here represents a letter in my name. So M-O-H-A, M again, E-D. So you can ask your students, you can send them to the breakout rooms after you give them this example. They can go there and do the same activity. Think about their, of course you can't do all of this in one class. It will be a tragedy. They will get to know each other more than we want. And you're gonna waste the whole session or the whole class doing icebreakers. I'm doing all of them in one session with you guys to teach you how to break the ice, different ways. So you can select some of them to happen in the class and some of them can happen on another platform, when you create a WhatsApp group for your students, or when you create a Facebook group for your students, you can continue breaking the ice after the session, or maybe before the session. You can start 2 of them before the session, 2 of them in the session, and 2 of them after the session. But do not do all of them in one session. It would be kind of, you know, too much, overwhelming. Okay, but I provided you with 6 in order to play with them the way you want. We can suggest fruits maybe for kids. Yes, of course, of course. You can adapt these activities. It is quite difficult, but you can use it with intermediate, upper intermediate students, and you can simplify the words. By the way, if you're working with elementary, you're not gonna use the word dilemma. You can say the word dance, or I love dancing, for example, or any other easier word that starts with D. I can't think of one now. Drama on TV. Doodling is difficult. Yeah. Problem will not work because it doesn't match my name. There is no P in my name. Okay? Drawing. Yes. So you can simplify the words. Really, I don't get it. Okay. How many letters are there in my name, my friend? How many letters? 7? Okay. How many words do you see in bold with the star above them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I used the letters in my name. I turned them into words and I put them in a context or in a sentence. Okay. I'm talking about the letters in my English name, Zizo. Okay, so there are 7. So I used each letter, I made a word out of it. Okay. You can simplify it for young learners. You can use names of fruit or vegetables or whatever you want. Sometimes names of famous, famous characters, cartoon characters, and so on, or animation or whatever. So you can play this and grade it the way you want, or to tell a story. Yes, thank you, Islam. Okay, countries. Well done. Well done. So it's okay. And if your class is lower level, if it is weak, don't challenge them with difficult words in the beginning. Just use simple ones. Maybe do not use this one with them. You know your class better. Yes, yeah, I guess it is being recorded, Maha. What time? Oh my God, it's 10 to 11. Let's do the last one. It's called group therapy. My name is Mohammed and I have a problem with reported speech. Do you have any advice for me? So you ask your students to work in groups like 3 or 4. So if you have 12 students, 20 students, 30 students, you can divide them into groups and each one will say his or her problem with English and the others will try and give advice. Of course, you can't do this with lower levels. By the way, the first 3 activities or the first 3 icebreakers, and the icebreaker is something that should be done in the first class only. If it is online, you can do 2 before the session and 2 in the session, and maybe 2 after the session, or 2 in the session and 2 after the session. The first session, this is the concept of icebreakers. You do not do it every class. So it depends on the level. The first 3 were dedicated for lower levels. The second 3, so number 4, 5, and 6, they are, you know, for higher, a little bit higher levels. Okay, especially number 5 and 6. Number 4 can be done with lower levels as well, but 5 and 6, you know, it will be difficult for elementary students or pre-intermediate to give pieces of advice to other students on how to improve. But upper intermediate, maybe intermediate, will be able to do that. So number 5 and 6, be careful with the level you are using it with. Okay, so are you using all these activities, all these icebreakers? Therapy means treatment or healing. So we help each other. That will promote autonomy and will promote the sense of being friendly with each other, helping each other. Okay? But again, be careful with the level. So teaching maths. Okay, amazing. So what I was saying. I was saying something, I'm not sure, related to these activities. Okay, are we using all these activities in one class, which is the first class, all of them, or just some of them? Okay, some of them in the class. Don't attack your students with 6 icebreakers. So you will make the ice break and the water boils. Why? Why? Too long, of course, Mohammed. Some of them. Can you do 2 before the session? Like when you create a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group for your students, can you just introduce 1 or 2 before the session? Okay. Can you do 1 or 2 after the session? Okay. So is it important to break the ice in the first session, in the first class? Is it important? How important? On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is breaking the ice on the first class? On a scale from 1 to 10. Okay, okay. I agree with you. It's very, very important. To me, it's like 10 out of 10. It's very, very important to build excellent Rami al-Arabi, to build a good rapport with the students, to make them feel like they are friends, they are in one family, and so on, because they're going to be stuck together for a month or 2, maybe, or for a semester. So you try to do that. So those, or this was the first item on our agenda today on the menu. So let's move on to the second one. These are some useful tools to help you and help your students. Some of them will help you and will consequently help your students. The first one with us today is for reading. This tool is called Quillions. The basic subscription is for free, and it gives you all these features. And they do not ask you for the credit card or anything. So what can you do? And this is the link, guys. The link to the tool. If you go there, you will find out that you can copy any text, authentic text from the internet, and paste it in this tool and choose the genre and convert it into a reading passage. You convert it into a reading passage, it will give you MCQs. It will take some time processing to give you the questions. It will give you true and false questions. You don't have to read the passage, to be honest. The tool will read it for you and create some questions for you. the basic tool will allow you to do this, will give you up to 5 questions per day, 5 question sets per day. And it will help you save 2 question sets. So if you want more than that every day, but I guess that will be very enough, more than enough, to create activities, reading activities, and authentic texts are very important. Let's move on to the second tool with us today. It helps with pronunciation. It's called playphrase.me. Playphrase.me. And this is the link. So you type the phrase in the chat box. Sorry, you type the phrase down here in this box. I hope you can see my annotation in this box. And you will find this tool bringing every single scene or let's say a short video, so many short videos for this phrase or this word, and show you how it is pronounced in a sentence, how it is pronounced naturally. And it's for free on Mozilla Firefox. If you use Mozilla Firefox in your phones, it will be for free. Google Chrome, for a weird reason, it doesn't work. It works sometimes, I'm not sure. But this link will help you do that. Youglish as well. Okay, Youglish as well. Can you add this to the comments below the link on the page, Islam? Lovely. So the third tool with us today, it helps with creating vocabulary crosswords. It's called the Teacher's Corner, and this is the link. It creates worksheets, theteacherscorner.net. Make your own crossword. And if you want to see how it works, let me just show you quickly. You write the title of your crossword puzzle. Like if you are teaching personality adjectives, you write that here. And you write the instructions, complete the crossword puzzle now or below. And you go down here, you write each word, then you write the word here, and you write the definition here. So the second word, then the second definition, third word, third definition, and so on. And at the end, it will produce you something like that. Give me a second. It will produce you a Word file that is similar to this, where you find the definitions and students will have to write the words in the correct column, like horizontal or vertical, like in a vertical row or in a vertical column or in a horizontal row. And actually it creates also the answer key. So you download both the activity and the answer key. So once they try it, guys, you can't hear? Guys, do you hear me well? Do I need to do anything? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please type 1. Okay. So this tool will help you create activities, and you can share them with your students via WhatsApp. And please share them in a Word file, because students can use their computers or their their mobile phones to fill in these gaps or to solve the puzzle. Then after they do that, you can send them the answer key ready-made, like the activity, sent to them via WhatsApp or whatever platform you're using to share material. Okay. Let me get back to, sorry, not this one. Oh my God, okay. Can't find the real one. Yes, I guess that's it. Do you see my screen, guys? Do you see the 3 tools I'm sharing with you now? Perfect. No? Mohammed Hussein? Could you repeat how could they answer the puzzle? They answer it using their laptops. They can fill in the gaps on the Word file you send them. Because it's an online classroom, you send it to them via Google Documents or you send them a Word file so that they will use their devices to answer. So actually there was an activity about the 3 mistakes I want you to avoid, and I planned this in a way that is kind of interactive. I was about to send you to breakout rooms and read, like every 5 will decide the title for each mistake. So you read and decide the title, but actually I'll have to just do it the teacher-centered way. So we have the first mistake here is, if you're teaching online, please do not turn your class into a video lecture. I sent you to breakout rooms. I was assigned 1 hour only for the session. I'm exceeding that by 5 minutes now. So I adapted the session to end in 1 hour. So I decided to send you to breakout rooms. I decided to ask you to read this and come up with a title. But I'm not doing it this way. I'm just telling you what the mistakes are. Turning the class into a video lecture is not healthy. Not for you, because you will end up with a sore throat, and not for your students who came to class aiming to have better English, but the only one talked was the teacher. So do not ever turn your class into a video lecture. So what should you use for that? Don't be afraid of sending your learners to breakout rooms. I sent 180 people to breakout rooms. I created 30 breakout rooms today and it worked fine. So in real classes, you don't teach that number, right? Do you teach that number normally? It will make it like very teacher-centered, Zainab. Yes. So the second mistake that I want you to avoid, please read this quickly. I'm giving you 1 minute and try to get me the main idea. Reading for just skim it. Teachers, skim it. What do you think the second mistake is? Well done, Wafa. No, it is not about that, Hind. It is not also about not having a lesson plan. You should have a lesson plan. You should. However, the problem here is with sending your materials, being prepared with your technology. Look at that. This is the second mistake, being unprepared with your tech. Please send your materials beforehand. So what do I use? I use Zoom, and Zoom shares files, which is a good thing. And I myself use Google Documents. So instead of sending a file, I send them a link. Once they click on the link, they find themselves in the material. Okay, they can download it in a Word file, they can keep it as a link. It's up to them. And this presentation is made on Google Documents, in Google Slides. So after the session, if you just text me, I'll send you a link. You will have the whole presentation. You will have, the slides. Just a link, not a file. So this was all made on Google Slides. And I download it as PowerPoint as well. So both of them work. So the third mistake. Can you please read this quickly and tell me what do you think it is? Yes, Amani, yes. Ahmed, thank you very much. Of course, Mohammed, I will. Okay, some answers are close. Yes, visuals, lovely. Don't forget that you have a whiteboard. So guys, I'd like to share something with you on the whiteboard. I use the whiteboard integrated with Zoom and the annotating tools as you saw to clarify things. And let's assume that I'm teaching them the intonation of the second conditional, for example. If I won $1 million, I'd buy a new car. So let's assume that I clarified meaning, I clarified, and I'm going to clarify pronunciation, and I clarified pronunciation, and I drilled the sentence like we do, like E, C, D, W, and now I'm clarifying, after clarifying the D, I wrote the sentence in order to clarify the form and phonological features. So guys, listen to that. If I won $1 million, I'd buy a new car. Listen. If I won $1 million, I'd buy a new car. I would buy a new car. So what did you notice? If I won $1 million, I'd buy a new car. So did you notice the intonation, the music? This one was up and the second one was down. So if I won $1 million, I'd buy a new car. So let's look at the form. So if plus, let me type that in another color. Plus what? What do you think? Now I'm eliciting from my students. Yes, I'm just doing the last two steps, which is drilling and writing. I didn't, clarify. I didn't elicit anything. I didn't set the context or anything. Subject, my friend, subject. Plus, past simple. Do we need a comma? What do you think? Then, subject. Plus with plus infinitive or bare form. So now I clarified the form and the phonological features. And here you can just, sorry. I don't know why it turned into, anyway. So here, be careful, this is would, not had. This is past simple. So do you think I used the word effectively? Did I make use of the board? Was it a good use or not? So whatever you do on your whiteboard or blackboard or green board at school or at your teaching center or your training company or whatever can be done on Zoom's whiteboard. Because it has to be a written reference for the students or a written record for the students. And I use it. I use it on my courses. Like the same way I used it now. I just gave you an example. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. I use it for feedback. I use it for clarification. I use it for the vocabulary as a written record. And I ask my students to take a picture of it. And this is my first gift for you today, guys. 3 courses for free to help you with teaching online. The first one is with Nile. Nile is a big institute that provides CELTA and Delta, and they have a website, and they're providing a free course on teaching online for free. So take your Teaching Online 2020, and this is the link to the course, completely for free. The second course, I announced that before, but let me just, say it again for the ones who are attending for the first time. Future Learn how to teach English online. That is provided by Cambridge Assessment English, which is the entity that provides CELTA, Delta, PET exams, I guess. Cambridge Assessment is something really big in Cambridge University. The third one is provided by Cambridge Assessment English as well on ELT-JAM, I guess, eltjam.academy. It's called Online Games in ELT. Thank you very much. I am almost done. I'm just gonna, introduce the last slide for you. And if I asked you for a little favor, will you do it? Thank you, Han. Han forever. Okay. I'd like you to encourage RELO Cairo Mentors platform because they are exerting a huge amount of effort to bring you educators, trainers, instructors to share experience with you. So I want you to kind of give them a little hand, some support, and go to their page, write a review about today's session. And here is the link. I'm going to share it with you as well in the chat box. For a weird reason, I'm not able to share it, but so you will find it as well in the comments below the link, below the emoji name post. You remember the emoji name post? You will find the reviews link within this post. Inshallah, Anan will do it, or Marwa. And if you write us this review, I want you to wait because there is a surprise. People are leaving. So Anan, can you share this link in the chat box with them? So go
Okay, will do. Yes.
Please write us a review if you liked the session. I really welcome your feedback. Tell me, how could I improve it? How could I have made it a little better for you? But put in mind that we were almost 180 people. I couldn't do all the activities interactively. That would have taken so much time, so long. That's why I couldn't. So just put this factor in mind. I'm sorry. And once you finish writing the review, this is a little favor you're doing for us. I will reward you by sending you a PDF file that has a lesson plan all about Facebook and social media that you can use with teens and young adults. And you will find in the same PDF file 100 ideas for using Facebook with your students. Some of them are just very well known, but some of them might be useful to you. You will receive those in one PDF file as a gift. Once you write the review, send me on Messenger, like inbox me the review you wrote with constructive feedback. If something that you didn't really like today, if there was something like that, please let me know and I will work on it next time. So I welcome constructive feedback. Please write the review honestly and take a screenshot of this review and send it to me, inbox it to me. You will find the PDF file sent to you on Facebook, and I will include the link to this presentation, to the Google Slides, where you can download the presentation in the PDF file. So you are doing us a favor. That won't take 3 minutes, and we will reward you in return. Thank you very much for attending, and please keep in touch. This is my name. This is my name on Facebook. This is my email. This is my link, or the link to my Facebook account. You can take a screenshot. You can take like a picture of that if you're watching on your laptop, or you can take a screenshot if you're watching on mobile, if you're attending from the mobile phone. And then if you have some questions that I missed during the session, I'll be very glad to answer now.
Yeah, everything is fine. You know, you were answering everything in parallel. But if anyone have any question, most welcome, sure. Can you recommend with me a book for conversational activity, Farah?
actually, materials are not my kind of a book. Let me think. Let's Talk is a good one. I used also Speak Out, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's Talk and Speak Out are good. Real Listening and Speaking is also good. So guys, I want the questions to be related to the session. Okay?
Yeah, please.
English conversation practice makes perfect. Lovely. Thank you, Evan Sense. Okay.
Evan Sense,
Saying,
yes.
can I record?
Yes, it's recorded, yes.
It's recorded, yes. Yes, it is recorded. Thank you very much, everyone. And please, Anan.
Yes. Thank you so much all. Thank you, Marwa, for hosting, and thank you, Mr. Mohamed, Khalaf, this amazing session. Actually, it was a beneficial one, very interactive. Thank you for all attendees. Let me just start with you. Yes. Hello all. Nice to meet you. Okay, I just want to thank you all. I just want to announce and invite you all, inshallah, next Sunday with my session. It's called or entitled Quarantine Breaks Out the Routine. But let me ask you, do you think that quarantine breaks the routine actually, or do you have any other opinion? Tell me in the chat box, dears. Yes, nice, Hiba. Yeah. Who else? What do you think, dears? Not yet. Okay, that's fine. Indeed, that's great. Okay, who can tell me how many of you, if any of you uses online platforms to, to facilitate teaching for his students? How many of you? Just type 1 in the chat box if you do so. Are you familiar with any online platform? Have you Yes, one, great. That's good. Okay, that's why we are going to our session, inshallah, next Sunday, 10th of May at 10 p.m. Okay, it's a quarantine breaks out the routine and how to change our classroom into a live one. How to change the virtual class into a live one. How to use the communicative approach to let the students interact and communicate with us more. And we are going to talk about all the face-to-face activities that we were using inside the classroom and how to turn them into the online classroom, from the controlled practice activities to the to the task-based learning activities, critical thinking, problem solving, and we have many beneficial resources that we are going to talk about, inshallah. So I would be so happy if you joined us, inshallah, next Sunday at 10 p.m. Okay, waiting you all. Thank you, Mr. Mohamed. Thank you, Marwa. Thank you all our attendees. See you, inshallah, next Sunday.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending.
Thank you all. Thank you, Marwa.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
You. Yes. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.